Well, it took me, what, a little bit under 2 hours to get to the bridge, or whatever the heck here. I guess less than that when you count the fact that I wasn't called to the bridge right at the very beginning of the game. Am I supposed to talk to you or something? Please excuse me for being late. Don't worry about it. Now that you're here, can you please show us KOS-MOS' data? Yes, sir. Right away. Here we go. Alright, welp.
I see. I understand the basic specs.
I like the reflections there.
So, where's the actual field data?
Well, it's not quite ready. All I can provide today is up to A7.
So you don't have it?
Well, we'll begin testing with a mock-up unit very soon. But the system is still a little unstable and...
Aren't you just making excuses? Listen, Chief Uzuki. Why do you think you're on this ship? Think about that for a moment. This fleet may be newly outfitted, but it was assembled under major time constraints. And we have eggs units, but the 100 series observational units that go with them aren't available until later. What would happen if by some chance we were attacked by those things? I don't think I need to describe the outcome to you. The purpose of KOS-MOS deployment was to address this issue. Or am I mistaken?
No, sir.
Listen, you're not in a laboratory anymore. You're on a warship. This is a battlefield. KOS-MOS was supposed to be our frontline defense here, and now you're telling us it hasn't even woken up yet. There's no point in having a weapon that can't even get out of bed. That thing's only meaningful to us when it's fully operational. Why can't you—
Let it go, Commander. These people are working under serious time constraints. Just like our own squadron. Besides, they're only one step away from actual field testing. In the end, we all want to see this operation completed without having to resort to that thing. Don't we?
Of course, Captain. But I believe we— who's calling me?
Is there a problem?
No. Something urgent's come up. If you'll excuse me.
I wonder what's wrong.
I don't know.
Well, never mind. That's enough for today, Chief Uzuki. Let me know if any new developments arise.
I'm sorry we failed to meet your expectations.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. What's important to us is how reliable the system is once we start using it. Rushing the project won't get us anywhere. So just calm down and take as much time as you need. The government's funding it all anyway, right? You must be tired. Take the rest of the day off.
What a nice guy. Wow, if it actually makes me go all the way back to my room from here. Oh my god, I totally do, don't I? Is that where I'm supposed to go? I don't remember the way back. Good work, now go and get some rest. Uh-oh. If it is a democracy, I don't know. I'm sure that's a Helldivers reference, but, would you like to go to the lower level? Sure. Man. So far, this game is just a walking simulator and cutscenes. So, it's gonna take a little while before the actual game part of this game starts, huh? Ship broadcast, Chief Uzuki of Vector 1st R&D Division. You have a package from Vector HQ. Is it my mech? Please claim your package at the IGS hangar as soon as possible. Where's that? Where do I go? It's been like an hour since you fought enemies. It's probably been more than that at this point. And that was just like very beginning of the game introduction to like, hey, here's how the general gameplay works in a VR simulation that is all that KOS-MOS has experienced so far. And it's just been walking simulator. Where is the hangar? Is it where the I almost said the conduit there. Is it where the Zohar is? Or is it somewhere else? It didn't look like there was space for non-Zohar things in that one place. Is there like an actual map that I can select? There sure isn't. And then the map in the bottom right there, shows where other figures are, which, hey, is handy at least, but it doesn't show me a layout of the area at all. Even the Metal Gear games of the same era would show, like, an actual layout of the area that you're in. I definitely relied on that a whole bunch, but here it's just figures and that's it. Where the heck is the hangar? I'm starting to think that when I play this game in future sessions, I might need to look up a guide, or else I'm just gonna get so royally lost. Okay, so max level of this game is 99. Makes you wonder what level the final boss will be at. Like, I doubt that the final boss will be level 99. I'm sure once the game picks up, there'll be a whole bunch of gameplay stuff. I'm sure that's probably just like a slow intro, probably. I don't know. But this is definitely the slowest intro I've seen for a video game in a long time. Yo, Miss Victor, come join us for a friendly game. Like, even if we're gonna compare to like other RPGs around the same era, like Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, those games, like, you could argue that it's a little bit slower for MGS3, but once you get to like an hour and a half in, is like big climax, big kind of twisty thing, and setting out to like, now some serious stuff is happening. MGS2, you get kind of right into craziness with its intro sequence, which is like 2.5 hours long, playing as Snake there on that ship. And like, you know, it has some cool stuff going on there too, and lots of action and cool stuff. Or even just another like normal RPG, like Final Fantasy VII, for example. That game starts out like very strong with you jumping off the train and going to go blow up a Mako reactor. Like, that game very much throws you right into the mix of, holy shit, stuff is happening right now. Wonder what brought us up to this point, and then you get like more context as it goes on. I kind of like games that put you like right into the fray. Like, again, usually I'm not someone that dislikes you wanting to like build more stuff up and have a, you know, a longer story in games. Like, I love games that are all about story and all that, but this is a little bit of a slow start here. Maybe, hopefully, though, I think I pointed it out earlier, thought it was maybe just me, or imagine slow-paced introduction. Yeah, it definitely is. Same with Crisis Core, with it being like a very strong start there. You're thrown right into the mix of the, quashing the Wutai Rebellion in the beginning of Crisis Core. We'll join us for a friendly game. Huh? Well, okay. Do we unlock a mini-game here? Oh, no need to worry, the rules are simple. We're just gonna play tag. We're unlocking a mini-game. I don't really remember anything from watching the Xenosaga anime, so I'm not saying anything from memory here. But I'll bet you that once we get through all this stuff, the Gnosis are going to attack, and then we're going to have to wake up KOS-MOS and, like, forcibly have her participate in a real-life combat after all. And then that's going to be, like, the inciting event of this journey. I'll bet you our inciting event is coming up here soon. We're just getting this intro stuff done, and then soon enough we'll get our actual inciting event. KOS-MOS is gonna wake up, go beat the shit out of the Gnosis, and then the adventure's gonna start. Or something. That's what I feel here. But yeah. Maybe they do, I don't know. Yeah, there's an anime on the first game. They intended to turn this into like a big multimedia thing. I think there's only like 10 episodes or something like that. I don't remember. Let me see here. I think it's on my main kind of go-to site for watching anime here. Let's see here. Dubbed anime. Let's see here. If I just go to X, if I just control F, oh yeah, it's just there in X, along with just a handful of other things, because there's not a whole lot of stuff for Xenosaga. 12 episodes. So it's relatively short, and it's based on the first game here. So it would go through, like, the content of the game a whole lot faster. Where's my display capture? Yeah, look, right here. Plot summary. 4,000 years have passed since humanity abandoned Earth. Forced to fight an alien form of life, Gnosis, mankind developed KOS-MOS, a battle android with amazing capabilities. When a ship carrying android is being attacked, spoilers, KOS-MOS gets activated. And this is not translated well, is it? And save its creator, Shion Uzuki. But KOS-MOS doesn't want to listed her orders and execute some spoilers. But yeah, there's 12 episodes. I think I got to like episode 9 or something like that when I watched this like years ago. Genre's fantasy horror, based on the best-selling video game. Of course, they put that on the front there, even though apparently the sales of 1 were pretty alright, but 2 were pretty lackluster, and that's when Bandai Namco was like, alright, we're putting the quash on this. You're not getting 4 more games, you're getting 1 more game. No need to worry, the rules are simple, we're just gonna play tag. We're gonna try to catch you, alright? All you gotta do is get that item behind us without getting caught, and you win. Don't try to charge straight through us either. You need to watch your opponent's moves and use the features of the corridor to your advantage. Okay, so this isn't a mini-game. This is an introduction of just how enemies are going to work around the field. Where it's like a Tales of Symphonia-like thing where there's enemies around, they chase after you, and you can avoid them or purposefully walk into them to go into a battle. Or if they catch you, then you go into a battle. I don't think I've ever seen a tutorial for that in one of these RPG games. It's usually one of those things that you just kind of, as you play, it's like, oh yeah, that's pretty self-evident. Evident, my god. But I guess this is a tutorial for enemies go after you, and if you don't want to battle them, then you can avoid them. You ready? Here we go! You gotta do better than that! Uh-oh. That was disappointing. I tried, man! At this rate, you won't be able to unroute the Gnosis if they attack. Okay, the Gnosis are totally gonna attack. After reading that description, and just figuring that this is really slow, and that KOS-MOS is gonna need some sort of reason to activate here, and them tutorializing enemies coming after me, the Gnosis are definitely gonna attack. Do I lose the item then? Was there can I try again there? But yeah. I don't think it has introduced that yet. Want to play with us again? Yes, let's play. It didn't during the VR bit at the beginning, but maybe when the Gnosis attack here, which I have no doubt will happen at this point, I'll look the next time I'm in battle for the different commands and see if there's a runaway option. Explain it again, so. Yeah. I just kind of want the item. Don't charge straight through us. You need to watch your opponent's moves and use the features of the corridor to your advantage. Wait, can I go all the way back? Oh my god. All the way back here and, like, bring it around town? I totally can, can't I? That's what the game will want from me. So I do this. Yeah, so this is just a tutorial of, oh my god, are they actually gaining on me slowly? Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Ah! I want the item. I don't know what it is, but I want that item. Okay, so enemies slowly gain on you. But if you can make it to, like, your destination in time, then it's okay, is what this is tutorializing, right? It might also be for tutorial's sake that they follow you forever. But maybe this is also just how it works in the game, is enemies come after you forever until you go through, like, a load zone or something. I can try here. Oh, I can see them on the map coming after me. Go. Go. Get out of my way. Go. Watch me not even get to keep this item. Here we go. Not bad at all. With those moves, you'll be fine, even when things get hot. Watch, the Gnosis are gonna attack, like, right now. Obtain medkit. Great, heal, like, 50 HP. Where am I going again? I was supposed to go get some rest. Am I going back to my room? Wherever the hell that is. With a crazy maze here. I feel like I'm playing Bloodborne in that sense. Like, Bloodborne has really cool level design in that, like, everything, like, loops back on itself and everything's interconnected in different ways. But man, if I'm trying to remember the way that I get to something, I cannot remember for the life of me, I've found as I've been playing that game recently. Like, Bloodborne feels like it was a game made for people with better memory than me. Because I get so mixed up and turned around and like, where the hell am I? And how do I get to X place again? I'm worried that that's going to happen with this game. Unless it's just like this initial area. I presume that there's going to be like actual on-planet stuff that you do and that the entire game doesn't take place on ships. Maybe this ship only exists for like the beginning of the game. But that wouldn't make sense if they made the ship like this vast and have that many different corridors that you can go down and stuff, right? So maybe you can come to this ship at any point in the game. I don't know how this game is going to work. I don't know shit about Xenosaga. But I'm waiting for the Gnosis to attack here. Because I'm getting tired. So, let's see if I remember how to get back to our room. This isn't the way. Because I don't recognize that. Get some sleep. And then I'm going to be stirred awake by the Gnosis attacking. Or something. Whoops, not that way. Wait, this must be the way then. There's no other way. I don't know. I am getting myself completely turned around here. Do I just... Oh yeah, that was through here. I guess I just never was properly into the orange room. That or I don't remember. How did I initially come in here? But it was this way, right? Okay, I am retracing my steps. But yeah, Bloodborne level getting lost here. Is what's going on. Did I come from here? Everything looks the same and without a proper map. That's my biggest complaint with this game so far. It's just like a map. I need to know where the heck I'm going. Was it this way? If only I could shoot that. Just wonder something. Xenoblade 3, would you consider Noah more as a main protagonist instead of Noah and Mio? Or would you also consider Mio as the main protagonist too? Like how Rex and Shulk are the main characters despite having female companions with them too? I think that I would consider Noah more of like the main character in terms of what they were trying to push for. I feel like it's... Is this really the best example to be drawing on? I feel like it's kind of like an Assassin's Creed Origins Bayek versus, what's her name kind of thing. Apparently, the main character of Assassin's Creed Origins was initially supposed to be, like, his wife, the female main character. But Ubisoft was like, women don't sell, let's go ahead and have a focus on Bayek. Or in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, where there's a 50-50 split with, you play half the game as Jacob and half the game as his twin sister Evie. Like, they're characters of equal main importance. But in literally all the marketing material, Ubisoft only focused on Jacob because Ubisoft was like, oh, women don't sell. People don't want to be playing as women. Let's focus on, like, the strong male character there. So while at face value, I would feel like, you know, Noah and Mio have pretty similar importance. It feels like the game itself puts more of an emphasis on Noah, even though I find him to be kind of a bland character, whereas Mio I find to be an actual interesting character. Noah I just find not all that interesting, but the game has very much a big focus on him, and maybe it's a similar reason why, where it's like, hey, there is a character here that could be a bit more interesting, but we're going to focus on the less interesting male character. I don't know. That's kind of what I feel about that. It's not as egregious as, like, those Ubisoft examples, but yeah. So then this game here is the only Xeno game with a female main character then. No, Xenoblade Chronicles X technically has a female main character. Because you play as an avatar character that doesn't really have, like, any direct plot importance, rather than you're here participating in the plot. Like, your character doesn't actually matter past that. The main character of Xenoblade Chronicles X is Elma. So, yeah, like, Mio is definitely much more interesting there, I find. Who the hell are you? What is a civilian doing wandering around in here? I thought you were the guy that I was talking about the Realians. Was that what they were called? Realians with in that one room. Maybe it just uses the same model. Or maybe I'm getting my models all mixed up. What? Vector R&D, huh? Then do your job and don't meddle in other people's business. If you have no business here, hurry up and leave. I have business here. I'm gonna go touch the shit out of that Zohar and you can't stop me. I'm realizing the more I do this, the longer it's gonna take before we get something like that. You up there, Missy? You there, Missy? Yeah. It kind of floats around a little bit. Whoa, look at this guy here. Okay. Big X on it. Anyway, the more time I take doing stuff like this, the longer it's going to be before the game actually picks up. So I better be on my way. I came from this way, right? But yeah. Yeah, in a similar vein there. But I feel like your character in Xenoblade Chronicles X really doesn't have any importance in the plot, apart from just being a figure that participates in the plot. That is just, you know, your blank slate of character that you make. So Elma is essentially the closest thing that there is to a main character. Except with, like, the mysteriosity of a main side character of you being like, what's her backstory? Gosh dang it, I came back here. Where's my room? I don't remember. It was, like, down some hall on the right. I must have walked past it without realizing. I think I'm supposed to go to my room, right? All the guy said was get some rest, which I assume means go to my room. Nope. Well, you select things for the main character to say, and then they go, and then the other characters are like, so you say. That's how it works in Xenoblade Chronicles X. It's one of those things. It's like a Joker Persona 5 kind of thing. Or just like any Persona protagonist, I guess, after I play Persona 3. I presume it works the same way in Persona 4, where it's like you don't actually speak. Gosh dang it, same thing here again. Where you don't actually speak, but you select things, and they presumably speak, but they just do a gesture, and the other characters know exactly what they said. Yeah, during battle, there's voice acting. There's like 14 different voice actors for the main character. Because you can choose, if you choose male character or female, each has 7 different voice actor options for what you want your character to sound like. So there's like 14 different ways that the main character can sound, but you only really hear that in battle. Was it like way further down this hallway? I don't remember. Okay, so yeah, it is the same in P4. I am Petty Officer Nobutake. I apologize for any inconvenience caused by the construction on the path to the Vector sector. Please bear with us. Don't worry, it's fine, man, as long as I can find my room. Because I have no friggin' idea, man. Okay, so it's not like 8 directions that you can go in game, but 16, it looks like. Just testing out the different angles and stuff here. Was it here? Was this it? Deliver segment address number 18. No, it was, wait, no, it was this one, right? I think this was my room. Everything looks the same, man. Was it here? Do I go here? So maybe I saved the game and then rest and then the Gnosis attack and stuff happens? Oh no, I have a package break. Oh yeah, I have to go to the hangar to get it. I don't know where the hell the hangar is. Where's the hangar? Oh. I have over 2 hours in this game and jack shit has happened. This is unbelievable. You ever played Xenoblade Definitive Edition? Just remember watch you play it and then the new content from DE. Time to look up a guide. It might just be. I have no friggin' idea where the hangar is. And do you mean for X in specific there? I presume? Alright. I'm just gonna look up like Xenosaga long play or something here. Xenosaga long play. Because where the hell is the hangar? Apparently I've clicked this video before. This first one of a long play. I watched like the very beginning of it. Oh, I think I remember why I clicked this. I clicked this video once before because I was trying to see if like my custom textures actually successfully load in. I wanted to see what it looked like normally. Had the on the mind too much, fair enough. Yeah, so I watched up to like this point with like the VR stuff. To make sure that like my custom texture and stuff were working. Especially when I was worried when I saw the pre-rendered cutscenes and I was like, this looks like native. Did I do something wrong? But nope, it's because it was pre-rendered. So, hold on. So all this shit happens. I mean, Alan. Yeah. Then that guy has his little hissy fit. Run-of-the-mill drill worker. Technical terms, add Gnosis as a keyword. It takes them like 2 hours too. My god. Hold on. Secret email concerns KOS-MOS. Wait, what way did they go? So that's gotta be like the right track, right? So hold on. So they're in Shion's room. Oh, no, that was their last save point. Crew quarters is where they just saved. Do I have to go back more? Okay, so I guess blue doors are like wherever you can save then, right? Or something or other. I have a 1 notification in 2 places. Where is this? Oh, that's the place with the car. So then they go... Oh, they go over here. And then they get us the secret email about KOS-MOS or something. Oh, wait, I think I got that one, right? Oh, no, I don't think I got that one, actually. Well, I don't know. I could reply to the secret email. Do I go over there? Hold on. The where? And then they go up that way. Oh, no, this is that. I just need to walk over there to get the secret email to proc. So I'm ahead of this person, generally speaking. Here, I can really quickly go get that one secret email because I am kind of curious what it says. It's a secret email concerning KOS-MOS, so I kind of want to see it really quickly. My phone is so hot right now. Xenosaga is too much for it to handle. Yeah. I've heard people say that, like, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has too boring of an intro. That's too slow of a start. They have not played Xenosaga 1. Like, sure, it takes a little bit in Xenoblade 2 before you get to, like, the actual climax of Chapter 1 and, like, escaping with Pyra. As, like, Malos and Jin are fighting you and stuff. I've got myself all mixed up here again. But at least there's, like, different gameplay elements and different party members and cool stuff going on, and you're really learning how the game works at that point. This is just 2 friggin' hours of walking around and talking to people for this game to start. This is ridiculous. Was it here? The car thing? Yeah, it was here. Alright. Oh, well, maybe I don't get a secret email. Maybe I did get it earlier, and I read it and I forgot. Was it the... Whoops. Hold on. Whoa, wait here. UW, and or whatever the heck. UMN, mail. I don't know, man. Oh, it's just looping around there. I don't know how the dude got the secret email. Whatever. I don't care anymore. This kid has made himself the Aegis's driver. Yeah, and it's a really cool, it is honestly like a really cool, inciting event. I do really quite like it. It really hooks me in and makes me wonder what's going to happen in the story here. And maybe this game will have like a really similar, like interesting hook as well. But again, you're actually doing things throughout Chapter 1 of Xenoblade 2. And playing the game and doing these battles with these party members of like Nia and Malos and stuff like that. Or was it Malos and Jin that are your party members at that point? I don't remember. But like you're doing stuff and exploring a dungeon. Whereas this is just walking for 2 hours. My god. Oh shit, yeah, maybe KOS-MOS is like the blade for Shion here too. And Shion is KOS-MOS' driver. Yeah, the Gnosis are gonna come and be like, this kid has made herself KOS-MOS' driver. And that's how this game's gonna start. Where the hell? Are you going to the hangar at this point? Oh, this is where you make it to the bridge. Yeah, look, it took them 2 hours to make it to the bridge too. So I'm not the only one. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I do genuinely think that this might be the slowest start that I've seen in a video game in very, very long time. I would have to really think on a game that had a slower start than this. I think of games that have slow start. Another example that I can draw on is something like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It has a little bit of an inciting event with Koraidon, Miraidon on the beach. But all the stuff that you have to do with the school before you actually get to do things in the world. That is definitely another good example of a slow start. I would say this is worse, though. This is a slower start. Okay, so they're in that room. And then they go to the top left. And that brings them to the hangar. And then we're going to get our Skell license. And then things are going to be great. Like, this clearly looks like the hangar, right? Okay. Where was that one room, though? How do I get up to there again? Hold on. So it's left from the thing that goes to the bridge. But yeah. Even the Tales of games had a good start, too. I agree. Doesn't Twilight Princess have a super slow start, too, for Legend of Zelda? Decently-ish. You have to do a decent bit of random shit around the village. And then What's-Her-Face gets kidnapped and while she's looking after Epona and stuff. Oh, here's that room. I don't think it's as slow as this. But I do remember they have to do a whole bunch of like random shit around the village for a while. And you have to like do things for the kids around the village if memory serves here. So it takes a little while. But the Twilight Princess start is definitely nowhere near as slow as this. How would I get to that thing? What do you bet this stuff gets destroyed when the Gnosis attack and then I can get that thing that looks like a chest? What do you bet? I'd bet. That's what it looks like to me gameplay-wise.